So just by way of introduction, I'm Ian Wheelock. I'm the European CTO for Purple. The European CTO for Vantiva. I work in... yeah. Don't worry about your job, Wouter. So Vantiva is a worldwide leader in CPU developments, and we cover lots of different technologies, fixed networks, wireless networks, and video platforms as well, a lot of set-top box devices. We're also an EcoVadis Platinum. We have that status, we've achieved that status, and that's more about the environmental and sustainability aspects of our organization. We also have, and this is important later on in the conversation, we also have a professional services arm, which is involved with performing system integration functions, which is all about taking an example of Purple into a product and getting it into an actual customer's hands. And we've been a member then of Purple since 2018. I've been involved since 2016, but the company joined in 2018. So just by way of update, last year we had Sebastian Silva present for Vantiva, and at that time we were separate companies. I'm originally from CommScope, and Vantiva acquired CommScope. They announced it shortly after 23, and it completed January 24. So basically this transaction is quite interesting because it brought together two quite powerful broadband CPE manufacturers. So we've now got quite a lot of, I suppose, enhanced capabilities covering the whole home networking space, the router stack, open source experience, and world-class hardware development as well. So that's obviously taking the idea of a Purple device and bringing it all the way to fruition and getting it into the hands of a customer. That's all underneath one roof now at this stage. Yeah. So this is really the crux of my presentation today. We've had a lot of conversations here today about tier one operators who have had many years already developing their own proprietary software. They've now started to embrace Purple and now see the benefits of that open source platform. So how do we enable this for other OEMs, right? We recognize within Vantiva, the scalability, the extensibility, and the whole set of feature sets around value-added services of Purple, where they're crucial for enabling both OEMs as well as operators. So we want to see how we can enable that Purpleware feature set across multiple silicon platforms and make it available to some of the operators that may not have that background experience of developing their own platforms, by which would be the tier 2 and tier 3 operators that are out there. So a recap on last year's Purple Summit. My colleague Sebastian introduced this concept, or nice kind of juxtapositioning of chess and Purple. So we have the middleware, which involves, the hardware, which involves the CPU manufacturers, the chipset makers. We have the framework, which is Purple. We have the software, which are the pawns, the applications. We have the operator, which is the queen, which is the ISP. And we have the end user, which is king. Something to note here, there's a statement there, which is the pawns are the soul of chess. So the pawns in this scenario are the applications, right? So these are the crucial parts of the actual ecosystem for operators. What we need to do is try to build a system to make sure that tier 2 and tier 3 operators, as well as tier 1, can enjoy the benefits of having these software applications available to them. So we want to make Purple available for all. The OEM is the, I guess, the glue in between the operator and the end user. So we're looking here at the OEM partnering with Purple to create an environment. And this environment typically is bespoke products for some of the tier 1 operators, and then more generic or platform designs for tier 2, tier 3 operators. So obviously at the moment, the tier 1 guys are doing a lot of work to get these types of bespoke products into the field. As we heard announcements from Orange this morning about 2 products going out, there's a lot of those are bespoke products, but we need to be able to enable the tier 2 and tier 3 operators with derivatives of these generic or platform products. Now, the Purple machine is, even though there was a lot of talk today about how simple everything is, it's a complex machine. There's a lot of moving parts. We have Purple at the bottom. There's a lot of work going on in Purple to develop the actual ecosystem. We have the manufacturers, the CPU manufacturers and the silicon providers providing new SDKs all the time to actually do all of this work. And then on top we have the software, the applications that go on top. So in the middle you see the OEM or the SI and the OEM. They're effectively the glue to pull all of these pieces together. I don't think you can have any one of these other blocks without having an OEM in the middle to try pull it together. And then obviously we've got different pieces here, such as the platform, which is the output of the OEM or the SI, and the LCM services, which are those applications, the enabler for the end user to have that differentiated experience. So the Purple machine is really, really valuable in terms of being able to deliver this, but that is really greased by the likes of the OEM or the system integrator. So just reiterating on the same kind of chessboard concept, we have Purpleware as a key component of this standard development process within OEMs. We have the silicon providers providing their different SOC references that we have to develop too. And then we have the mix of the application, the third-party application. So all of these come together as part of a solution that is an OEM product. Now, an OEM product can exist in multiple different ways, but this is a generic way of actually developing this product. So even though we have Purpleware, and we heard this morning Orange mention that Purpleware was there, or not Orange, Soft at Home mentioned that Purpleware was there, but they had to put maybe a percentage more effort in to create a final system. That's what the job of the OEM is in a lot of cases. They're putting in that glue piece that's missing to allow the product to actually be realized. So the operator options typically, as an OEM, we get involved with tier 1 operators, and we are kind of subcontracted to create the platform, and it's coordinated by a system integrator. But at the end of the day, we still have to piece together the Purpleware platform, the different silicon options, the different glue code, and even some of the applications, the third-party applications that were mentioned just on the previous panel. They end up being processed and integrated. As Keon mentioned this morning with the F-Secure effort, there is an amount of work done by the OEM to get these applications in. I think the dream of having an app store that does this seamlessly, I think will be a dream for a while. There's still a lot of work to be done to be able to enable the actual platform, just suck in an application and run. And again, it depends on what type of application that you're running. Is it a complex security service, or is it some very high-level application that just needs an IP address? So as an OEM, not only do we work with tier 1 operators, but we also make OEM products which are provided to tier 2 and tier 3 operators. And the challenge with a lot of tier 2, tier 3 operators is they get a standard product. If they want extra bells and whistles, it's a big NRE job, right? So now what we're trying to do is see how can we, as an OEM SI, an OEM system integrator, help the tier 2, tier 3 customers actually take that Purple infrastructure, take the one-off job that we've done, and help them create derivative products for their own use. And obviously you can't do that by just saying, here's a product. You have to figure out the combination of the different applications. You need to figure out maybe some extra security features they need, some extra back office stuff they need to do. So there's always some work to be done. But the whole basis of this is to build on a common platform of Purple and make sure they're able to take advantage of Purple in the long run. So within the Vantiva Pro Services setup, we actually can do this. We can take the Purple platform as it is today and create those derivatives. But when we're operating as a system integrator within a third party, we're also dealing with third-party equipment. So we're not just limited to Vantiva software or hardware. We're also having to deal with the actual other players in the field. Which, you know, like other system integrators, a bit like Soft at Home and other companies, it means that you need to be familiar with the different products, the different hardware, as well as the different OEMs that are out there to be able to make a conclusive offering to the operator for that play. So what we've covered so far is the benefit of the prpl ecosystem, the benefit of the system integration role that an OEM can provide. But what we also need to cover is the multi-SoC experience. What we're trying to show here is that we've had a history of working with different SoCs. We have Aeroha, Broadcom, MaxLinear, Qualcomm platforms for many, many years. We've done quite a bit of work previously with OpenWRT and RDK, but obviously with prpl we're showing outside a demonstration of the MediaTek Aeroha platform. And that again is just a culmination of all the prplware pieces working with Aeroha as our partner and MediaTek as well to create that ecosystem. And then also showing and demonstrating how an OEM puts together a product and links all the different applications that you need to create a kind of a final product for a customer. The demo we have outside contains Bitdefender, as far as I know, and some other applications as well, just to show the way that these applications can be easily integrated. But one thing is that we can't forget that those applications have to be, in some cases, kind of slided in. It's not a slam dunk as such. The platform outside, currently it could be used as an external reference within the prpl ecosystem definition of platforms. It could become a regular reference if we decided to push it into prpl and go through all of the process to allow that. And potentially in the future, if that was deemed acceptable, it could become a fast track platform. But nonetheless, it's a platform that's there that would allow tier 2 and tier 3 operators to have some amount of control over their platform, rather than being kind of frozen out as it stands today. So just to summarize, and I'm not sure how much time I have, our expertise from the last 20 odd years of developing products is a perfect fit for operators wanting to use prplware, regardless of their size, whether they're tier 1, 2, or 3. We really value and embrace the kind of customization that prplware offers. As an OEM, it helps us because it saves us time and effort trying to pull applications together. LCM is a really key feature of that. And obviously partnerships, we've developed a lot of applications over the years with third parties. And those relationships from an integrated application perspective still stand when we're talking about doing the LCM application. So we really value that customization. And then obviously our last point here to make today is about our pro services team are the team that we would engage with a tier 2, tier 3 to actually make the prplware platform that we deliver something that's customized to whatever they need as a platform, giving them the option and the differentiated effect of prpl that tier 1 guys enjoy or will enjoy on a daily basis. And that's it. Thank you.